Monday morning, first job. We're going to start on the David Brown 880 bonnet. It's got a few dints in it, a few scratches, a few misshapes. So we're going to try and, we've got the panel beating stuff. We've got the panel beating hammers on the bench. So we're going to get those out. We're going to try and straighten the front grille. Got the new grills here, so we can check that they fit in. And basically we're going to straighten it and prep it and get it all ready for paint. The Duke and Bob are on the way down at the moment to the workshop. They're going to refit the seat on some rubber blocks to lift it up a little bit. Let me turn the camera around. Yep, took the seat off. 4 holes there. We're going to fit some rubber blocks on, and we've got some slightly longer bolts just to raise the seat up a little bit, because when the hydraulics come up, the draft handle is it's in the way of the seat basically. So he's going to sort that out. Obviously that'll take some vibration out as well. We've got the seat taken off, that's there. So it's just a matter of making some rubber blocks for that. And then I believe they're going to change the diesel filters because they were just painted over. So we're going to put some fresh diesel filters on. We've done all the oils. We've done all that. All the electrics work. Oh yeah, we've... let me just show you this. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Let's connect the battery. So, on the dashboard, we have ignition. We've fitted the new charge and oil pressure gauge. And we've fitted the new clock. Back around here. So, new headlight switch as well. So, click 1, side lights. They work. Click 2, side lights and headlights. Not connected yet because they're on the bonnet. 3, high beam with plough lamp. That works. They're the marker lamps. And then pièce de la résistance. When we fitted the new clock, we had 2 holes in the dashboard. So we've utilised one for the beacon switch and illuminator. And the beacon's up there. So yeah, so that's it. So all the electrics are done. We've just got the headlights. We've got the wiring loom there for the headlights. That's got to be done. So everything is more or less finished, apart from the little finishing touches, and basically they're waiting for me to paint the bonnet, and then it's done. So that's where we're at the moment. So I'm back down here, off to work on the bonnet. Take the battery terminal off. So yeah, so I'm going back down to work on the bonnet, because it's miserable outside, so we may as well be indoors today. And let's have a look. Yeah, we've got all this to sort out around here. All this is bent and twisted. So I'm going to get the old hammer and dollies, which are in there. Dolly set, hammer set. We're going to straighten those out best we can, and then prep it all for paint. It's bonnet time. We're going to start on the bonnet. We've got a 240 grit pad on. You're going to gently just take the old transfers off. I don't know if you can see them or not. Take those off, and we're going to just prep this ready for coat of primer. Turn the camera around, let's see what's happening. That's the 880 bonnet. It's sanded, got the nose cone more or less in bare metal, and there's just a little bit of damage there, so we've got a bit of filler down the bottom there, just to gonna sand that off. It's just drying at the moment, but yeah, the rest of it's about ready for primer. We've got all the imperfections out of it, so we're going to coat that up underneath. That's been done in, I know you can see not inside, that's all been done in stone chip. So yeah, just waiting for that to dry off, and then we'll get it rubbed down, probably a couple more hours prepping that, getting that flattered off right, and then we'll shoot some primer later on this afternoon. And then let it cure for an hour, and then we'll flat it and give it another coat of primer, and then flat it again and give it a third coat of primer, and then we'll start on the top coat probably Monday, something like that. So hopefully by the end of the week that should be done. Bonnet's all done now. I've done the filler, smoothed all that off, and it's time for the first coat of primer. So here we go, stand by. That's the first coat of primer. It's just going off. Should be ready to work in about an hour. Sand it down. We've got the heater on there, so it's nice and warm, blowing warm air on it. So the next thing is we've got a brand new DB badge, and it's got to fit in this opening here. But as we know, the bonnet at the front's had a little bit of trauma in its past life. And so that's designed to fit behind like that and sit into that recess. It's pretty much there, but we're just going to get the hammer and dolly out and just clean these edges up. It's like extruded that way, and it's just got a little distortion on that top edge, so it's not far off. It's just this top corner. And that's what it looks like. That's what it's going to look like. We've got the clamp to fix it on at the back. I think this has been missing for a good number of years. Yeah, just down that edge where my thumb is a little bit misshaped. So we're going to clean it up a little bit, best we can. See what we can do with that. We've got some hammers and dollies here, so we'll see if we can get that corner a little bit straighter. That's it, it's done. Not going to get any better than that. So get that sanded off now, get some more primer on it. That's looking good. Even holds itself in, look. Right, we just got the old number plate off the David Brown, and we're trying to curve it to fit. There's a seat gone. I don't know. We're trying to curve it to fit around the seat. So, for those of you who don't know, this is an English wheel. and basically it's for curving metal. Now I've already started, I don't know if you can see or not, but it was a flat piece of aluminium, and we're just gently curving it. And what you do, you put it in there and you take up the tension there, and all you do is just feed it backwards and forwards like that, and it should start to curve the metal. And you just work it backwards and forwards just like that, all the way right to the edges. And when it's got to its maximum curve, it goes, the resistance disappears. There you go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's starting to curve that way and that way. And we're trying to mould the shape of the back of the seat on the David Brown 880. And then you just keep turning the plate around to get all the corners. This is how they used to make car body panels in the olden days. And you just keep going backwards and forwards just like that until you achieve the correct curve that you want. That's it, we're going to try that on the seat, see how much. I think we're nearly there. We've finished the number plate, and the Duke and Bob have been up this morning and they've been messing about with the diesel tap now. They've got a leak on the diesel tap. So, and yesterday they came and they took the starter motor off because the battery terminal wouldn't go around the front of the bonnet, so we could put the bonnet on. So I'll turn the camera around and we'll get into it. Right, so that's the number plate made from aluminium. It's the original number plate that we've straightened, flattened and rolled on the English wheel because it curves that way and it curves that way, so it matches the back of the seat. We've got the correct wing nuts on and we've done the letters. So we give it the old with the spray can, and that's on, that's fitted. Yeah, the nut on the back of there was stripped, so Bob's took that to pieces. We've put another nut in and we've tightened that up. We've fitted a new battery cable all the way down, proper clamp there, bit of pipe there to stop it chafing because the other one was just way too big and too heavy. Tie wrap onto there, and that's that. So when the bonnet goes on now, the bonnet sits flush down the side of there, and before the wire was that big we couldn't get it on. So we've sorted that out. Round this side we've took the sediment bowl off to drain the tank, to get the tap out, which fits in there, and we've got that in pieces over on the workbench. So I'll go and show you that now. So this is the tap. We don't know what that material's made out of there. We don't know if it's cork, leather or rubber or what, but that had got sand in it from the shot blasters and it wasn't sealing when you pushed it in and out. So we've just had that one in the shot blasters. We've cleaned that up in the little shot blaster because that was covered in red paint, and you can actually see the writing now, full on. I haven't got my glasses on, full on whatever, as you see the writing anyway. I can't see it without my glasses. And that's the other part of the tap. We've had it in the parts washer, we've cleaned out down there, and we're just going to give that a dry off. Bob's going to come back, put that back together, put it back in, put a little bit of diesel in and see whether it still leaks. Front grills are there, we've got them ready. We've done some panel beating and hammering on the front end of the nose cone because it was all caved in down there. We've sorted that out. Got all that thing, straightened it up, The grills actually fit in the holes now and clip back into place. So that's had a coat of stone chip for the inside of the bonnet, just to smarten it up a little bit, waiting for that to dry. Then I'm going to flat that off, prime it, and then that'll be painted red, the same as underneath the wheel arches in the mudguards. Over in the little shot blaster, we've got the toolbox. That's been done. Just a little bit more. Got the back to do, but the sides, the top, the bottom, that's all been shot blasted, ready for priming. So I'm just going to give that another 10 minutes. Just go over it again. So that's in there. Put the new seat covers on as well, the backrest, and so that's a nice addition with the yellow piping around the edge. The seat tips forward as it should, so you can see all that. New pins everywhere, nice new shiny pins. Got rid of the old one, and we straightened the draft handle as well. That had got a bend in it there, so we stripped all that down because I've got the nuts to touch up again. Stripped all that down and we put it in the press and straightened the handle up. Actually, just a thought on this material here. We've no idea what it is. Maybe you could leave us a comment in the comment box if anybody knows what it is. I have thought about something. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It does screw through that handle there, like that, and it screws onto that. Now I'm thinking, if you screw that tighter up and squash it against the end, would it make that fatter to bulge it out, to sit in there, to seal it? I don't know. Maybe you could leave us a comment. Maybe it's one for the man in the mist. He might know the answer to that one because he seems to have taken everything apart on his tractor. Maybe you could leave us a comment. Yeah, we're a bit stumped with that. Just wondering what it's made out of, because if it doesn't seal, we've got to take it all to pieces again. Whether you can get a refurb kit or not, I don't know. But yeah, leave us a comment if you know. And also, maybe some of you have thought about subscribing. If you have, then thank you very much. We've had quite a few new subscribers lately. If you haven't, then maybe consider subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, help us with the channel so we can spread the word and get all the information out there. So yeah, so thank you to all the new subscribers that have subscribed. I do try and answer all your questions and get back to you. It normally takes me 2 or 3 days, but I do get back to you eventually. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed it today, give us a thumbs up, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next update. It's not going to be long now before we're revealing the tractor finished. So we'll see you later. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a cup of tea.